Christine Clarke. Woo! She is a candidate for the New Jersey State Assembly in the 26th District, running on a climate action platform. Let's give it up for Christine Clarke.
Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Sunrise Movement. Thank you all for being here. I can't tell you what good it does my heart to see you. Right, so my name's Christine Clarke. I'm an environmental activist, I'm a grassroots organizer, I'm a mom of 4, and I'm stepping up to run for state assembly this year against incumbents who voted against and abstained from voting on the Clean Energy Act, which has created over 32,000 jobs in its first year, because we need to deal with climate change in a meaningful and rapid way.
Yes.
We need to advance clean energy jobs. We need to protect clean air and water. We need to be mindful of and write policy for the justice issues here. We need to look at healthcare. We need to look at insurance policies, at food prices, and all of the things that are going to be impacted as the climate continues warming. I want us moving forward into sustainable development. I want us looking at reforestation, at repurposing the garbage in our oceans so it becomes a product and we gather it and clean our water. And I want us cutting emissions to effectively fight climate change. I'm a trained climate reality leader. I'm an honorary advisor with the United Nations NGO Committee on Sustainable Development. Thank you. I am a steering committee member with the Jersey Renews Coalition, which is an excellent exercise in good governance because they have everyone from, the union workers who are worried about their jobs building the pipelines at the table to the folks who are calling for a fossil fuel moratorium, and everyone is at the table and involved in these conversations about protecting our livelihoods and our lives and our future. And that is so important, and that's what Trenton should look like. And that's what Washington, D.C. should look like. And there's a lot we can do now if we just prioritize this and write smart policy. I want to see us invest heavily in energy efficiency and home efficiency upgrades to reduce our energy bills, reduce our energy burden, and create many well-paying jobs in meaningful work, while we also support job training and transition programs to prepare energy workers and incoming workers for the tens of thousands of renewable energy jobs we will create in solar and offshore wind as we go forward. We're running a very educational campaign where we go out and talk to folks, regardless of party, about these important issues, because right now, in this political moment, what we need is each other. And these are not partisan issues, or should not be at the very least. Taking care of our kids, making sure our children have a sustainable future. I'm a mom of 4. I have kids who are 15, 13, 6, and 3, and they know what's at stake. My son with asthma cannot face a future with more high ozone days and water scarcity. This is not okay. And the new way to protect our children is to rise up and replace incumbents who won't act on climate. When Superstorm Sandy happened in 2012, it was considered a once in 500-year storm. It's currently considered a once in 25-year storm. By 2030, it will be a once in 5-year storm. And New Jersey will be facing $1.6 billion in annual severe weather costs if we don't move quickly on this. You guys think property taxes are bad now? Yeah, just wait. So we're talking to people about the urgency of protecting the future we all live in together, whether we act quickly enough or we don't. If you've ever watched home improvement shows in which couples buy fixer-uppers, and they dream forward into what those places could look like, those are the exercises we ask of our constituents, and that's the exercise I'm going to ask you to do with me now. I'm going to ask you for a moment to close your eyes. Let's think about what New Jersey might look like in coming years if we elect climate leaders. Because, this state has good bones. In the clean energy future we want for our families, what do green buildings look like? Do we have permeable paver roadways? How about our bridges? When did we rethink open surfaces and infrastructure as assets and valuable resources? Do we have vertical plant walls or solar panels on the sides of buildings and sound barriers, What products have we made from our waste? And when did we stop sending garbage to the ocean? How are we cleaning up the water? How have we chosen to replace single-use plastics in our lives? Are we using yucca, seaweed, cactus? These have all been made already. This exists already. How do we travel, and why do we travel? Bearing low-carbon telecommuting in mind. Are solar panels on our rooftops? Are they in our window pane glass? How and where do we see wind energy in our lives? Is it just the large turbines in the ocean, or are there land-based wind farms? Are there bladeless dividers in between highways capturing the wind from passing cars, in alleys and on school rooftops and power line poles? How many floating wind farms and floating solar farms did we need to fully power our state? As we grew the tax base by becoming a destination for families looking to settle in states leading in the booming renewable energy revolution, how did we also make sure every child has a quality education and healthcare and is afforded a chance to thrive? New Jersey has more scientists per square mile than any other state, so let's take this to the next level. This year, let's stop begging inactive representatives to act for us and do it ourselves. Starting with a more assertive energy master plan and continuing with climate activists like me and like you running to be the next legislators. Let's take ownership of our rights to live and to thrive and to be and correct this course ourselves. Worldwide scientists are scaling up their recommendations on the timeline for action, and so should we. It is fully unacceptable to think that in coming decades, as much as 74% of the human population may be regularly exposed to lethal heat, or that we might see monthly droughts in our reservoirs. Let's take the best ideas, spend the research and development time to improve them, and implement them at scale. My name is Clarke, and I'm running for State Assembly in New Jersey's 26th District.